This is Fola, your home girl. Today I want to talk about the end of the year, how it's been for me, and all the stuff. How was this year for me? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This year was a lot. This year was a lot. Someone posted the other day on his WhatsApp status. It was like, I had a fantastic year. He said my year was just good, like good things kept happening. And someone tweeted that it felt as though she bribed God. Like that was how amazing this year was for her. And I asked myself, how was this year for you? Like, what did you do? What did you have fun? Did you enjoy yourself? Was it like an all-round positive year, or was it a negative year for you? And I couldn't even properly fix this year. I couldn't properly categorize what exactly went on this year. So just like, what really happened this year? Was it good? Was it bad? I really don't know. So anyway, I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to send a message to ChatGPT. Let me read the prompt out to you. So I'm going to say, I'm currently making a YouTube video, a 2025 wrap of sorts. I want you to ask me 10 questions about my year. Personal, deep, soulful, as something that my audience can connect to. So let me send it to ChatGPT and I'll answer the questions, and that's going to be a wrap. And probably it's going to be my last video for this year. I don't see myself making another video before the end of the year, so this is probably going to be my last video this year. Well, who knows, anything can happen, and I can be inspired to make something else. But anyway, let's just say that this is probably the last one. Okay, my ChatGPT is so dramatic. It's always so positive. I'm like, oh, I love this for you, Fola. I do this, Fola. I do. Ugh, sweet of you, sweet of you. Okay, let's get into it. The first question. This is the old thing, by the way. The first question reads, what is one truth about yourself that 2025 forced you to finally accept, whether you were ready or not? I think 2025 forced me to accept that I'm not trying my best. Do you understand? Like, I always say, oh, I've tried my best and whatever, whatever. But 2025 forced me to accept that I could do a lot more, but I'm not even exploring. I'm not trying my best. I'm limiting myself. It's like, oh, I'm trying my best. No, you're not. 2025 forced me to accept the fact that I am actually not trying my best and that I need to try harder. And I might be the kind of person that runs away from hard work. Hard work, emotional hard work, physical hard work, mental hard work. I may just be the kind of person that runs away from hard work. So that is what 2025 has taught me about myself. One truth that 2025 exposed about me: I am not trying hard enough. We go harder next year, by God's grace. So now to the second question. What part of your life looked fine on the outside in 2025 but felt heavy or uncertain on the inside? I would say my career, right? I think on the outside, close people who actually know me and have a personal relationship with me, they'll just think, oh, she's actually fine, she's doing okay, just started law practice, she has a business that is growing, she's doing quite okay, but on the inside, I was actually struggling because I just kept asking myself, am I making a mistake? What's going on? Like, am I doing the right thing? Do I need to relocate? Do I need to leave? I was just so confused this year. This year was the year of peak confusion for me. I spent every moment in confusion, even about the kind of content I want to create, like on TikTok, on YouTube. It was like, am I doing okay? What is going on here? Do I want to make a career out of content creation? Do I want to make a career out of talking to people? What am I going to say? What's going to happen? Do I need to be more active on LinkedIn? Do I need to stop being active on LinkedIn? There were a lot of questions this year. So I was really confused about my career and that stuff. At some point, I told myself, because I used to, oh my god, I just want money, I just want money, I just want money. And at some point, I just realized, wait a minute, maybe what you want is not really money per se. Maybe what you want is just a purpose. Like, maybe what you want is something that you wake up in the morning and focus on. And I am focusing on certain things, of course, like I have my law practice, I have my business, but at the same time, it's just always giving. Sometimes I just sit and ask myself, like, are you really focused? It's not just enough for me to focus. Like, I want to make sure that I'm focusing on the right things. Do you understand? Like, I want to make sure that I'm focusing on Do you get the point? So yeah, that definitely was the most unstable part of me this year, my career and my just really what I want to make out of my life. Okay, so on to the third question. What did you lose in 2025 and what did that loss teach you about who you really are? I didn't lose anything in 2025, but I did lose someone. And as much as I was this person, died, it felt so personal to me, even though I didn't really have a close relationship with the person in question. I didn't really have a close relationship with the person, their family, but I didn't really have a close relationship with them. But the loss just taught me that it just made me come to terms with death. Do you understand? Like before, I used to think, okay, of course, I know that young people die and all that stuff. Obviously, I know, but it really never felt personal. I never felt like, oh, this is something you have to really think about. But after the death of this person, I started to think, oh my goodness, death is so real. Like you never know when you're gonna die. Everyone is gonna die. We just don't know when. We just don't know how. Like you could be hit by a truck. You could fall sick. You could live to 80. You could live to 100. You could live to 32. Like you never really know, and that's just a very sad fact of life. The fact that we are not we are not in charge of our life. I feel like those people who actually control their fate are those who, off themselves. Because as long as you're alive, you never know what's gonna happen in the next minute. Like you could be singing and dancing this minute, and the next minute you're dead. Do you understand? So that's really, really fucked me up. Did it teach me about who I really am? I think it really taught me that I'm kind of scared of death. I said I'm not scared of death, like whatever. But I started to think about it like I'm actually scared of death because it's death is so uncertain. Like it's the most uncertain thing ever. Like what is gonna happen when we die? Nobody knows, and that's the scariest part of death if you ask me. So, there are so many theories and there's my belief too. I don't want to talk about that today, but I just keep wondering like you can never be really sure. You can think there's an afterlife, but there's really nothing. You can think there's no afterlife, and there is actually something after we die. And honestly speaking, that thing really fucked me up. The death really fucked me. It also fucked me up because I started to see how nothing and baseless life is. Like you're doing all these things for what? For death. Like you do everything you want to do, and at the end of the day you just die. You could be having the best time of your life, you could be having the worst time of your life. When death comes, it comes. Do you get? Like death has no respect for anybody, old, young, beautiful, ugly, bright, whether or not you have unfinished business on earth, it doesn't matter. When death comes, it comes. And that is what that taught me about myself, that I might be a little bit scared of death. Number four. This is so refreshing. Number four. When did you feel most proud of yourself this year, even if nobody else noticed? Um, I would say I felt most proud of myself when I came back for my call to bar ceremony. I just kept thinking, I did that for Lashade. You did this for years. You worked hard at this for years, and you fought so many battles, but you saw it through to the end. And that was just like the moment I felt so proud of myself. I felt so proud. I could hug myself. I had regrets, but I still felt proud of myself. And I think the second moment was my first time, showing up in court. I was so happy. I was so excited. And my boss made it a big moment for me because it was, oh, let's take photos and blah, 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 blah. And then he said, oh, you appear at the Supreme Court, you appear at the Court of Appeal, you appear in all the greatest courts, you'll be a son. Da, 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 da. It was really nice and it was really sweet. So that was when I felt the most proud of myself this year. It's always nice when you work hard at something, like you do everything you can and you eventually achieve that thing. So becoming a lawyer this year was probably my proudest moment. I don't even think anybody noticed that I felt so proud of myself, but it meant a lot to me. It meant so much to me that I have actually decided to, not that I decided, but I'm actually beefing someone because I didn't think that she took my call to bar as seriously as I took it. It was a very serious thing for me because like this is like the biggest achievement so far. It's the one I've committed myself to the most. I've been a law student for ages. So finally becoming a lawyer is like a big deal to me. So maybe some people didn't notice how much of a big deal it was because I'm telling you, it was just a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, that's it. Let's go to the fifth question, guys. What habit, mindset, or pattern did you have to unlearn in 2025 to protect your peace? Habit, mindset, pattern to protect my peace. I don't think I learned that in 2025, but I did learn it in 2024, 2023 stroke 2024, and it really helped me. And that is to accept people for who they are. Do you understand? Like, I don't try to change. I used to be the kind of person that be like, oh my God, you can't think like that. I have to do something about it. I have to fix, I have to do. But I'm at this point in my life where I don't try to fix anybody. I don't try to do anything to anybody. Like, I accept people as they are. If you're the kind of person that does this, this is the kind of person that you are. I'll take you the way you are, right? Now, me accepting you the way you are doesn't mean that I'm going to tolerate whatever behavior it is. It's me just saying you are this person, and I'm going to relate with you as someone who is this person. I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm not going to try to change it. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not going to try to change the dynamics. I'm not going to try to fix anything. I'm just going to leave things as they are. Now, me leaving things as they are might mean that I've accepted you as you are, and I don't want to have anything to do with you the way you are. But the point is that I let people be themselves. I don't feel the need to say, oh, you know what, that relationship you're in, like, I don't like the fact that you're in that relationship. That relationship is hurting you. You need to leave. I don't do anything. You are the kind of person who wants to be in this kind of relationship, and that is fine. Now, what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do to protect my own self? So I prioritize myself. That's it. I prioritize myself. Are you a disrespectful person? Maybe you're a selfish person. You don't want other people to do whatever. You just want to keep everything to yourself. Because some people are very selfish. They're very selfish with something as little as water. Like, you're going out with your friends and everyone is like drinking water, and then this person just takes all the water. They don't want to share. They're just different behaviors. So my thing is, when I see that this person behaves in this particular way, I'm just like, okay, good for them, and I let it be. Like, I don't try to change them. I don't try to talk them out of it. My thing is, I'm going to now relate with you from the standpoint of this person who is like this. For instance, I have friends who, or one friend who I think is extremely selfish. Like, she never wants to share anything. She's just really, really, you know, selfish or stingy. She's just really the kind of person who doesn't like to share. I think her stinginess. She doesn't like to share anything at all. And I've learned to, instead of feel hurt by it, or try to change, or try to talk her out of it and say, oh, why are you like this? What is wrong? Because that's the kind of person I used to be. Now I just accept that this babe is a stingy person. And in order for me to protect myself and my health in this relationship, what I need to do is also be stingy to this friend. So this friend can ask me for something and I will not give her. The things I would give strangers, I won't give her. And it's our friendship is, I refuse to, because I once talked to someone about this, and she's like, oh, that's not a friendship. I believe that is a friendship. That's a good friend. She's one of my best friends. I love her so much. But since she's that kind of person, I have decided that my response to that will be to be the kind of person that I am to her, and that works for me. Do you understand? That works for me. So I'm not trying to change anybody. I'm accepting you as you are, and then I'm relating with you from that point. This is who you are. Okay, now this is who I want to be, and that's it. Sometimes it could be, oh my God, that's who you are. I'm going to have to exit this relationship. But if it's not so bad, if it's something I can handle, I just need to change myself. Like, if someone is not being emotionally present for me, because that is one issue I had before. I had someone who was in my life and wasn't emotionally present for me. I did all the emotional labor. I did all the care, all the, basically all the, I was the person that they could talk to. But when I wanted to talk, it's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to feel about this. Sorry, you'll be fine. Okay, sorry. When I realized that they were that kind of person that didn't want to like show up for me emotionally, didn't want to hold space for me, I decided to stop holding space for them. And trust me, it's been peaceful ever since. So my thing is, I recognize this person for who they are, and then I start to treat them, from that POV. I don't try to force things. I don't try to force change. I don't try to enforce anything. My thing is, this is who you are, fine. I'm going to be this person. This is who you are, fine. I'm just going to walk out of here. This is who you are, fine. I'm just going to change the dynamics of our relationship, and that's it. Now to the sixth question. What did 2025 teach you about your relationship with yourself, your body, your mind, and your worth. 2025 taught me that all these things have to be fed. Your body, your mind, your self worth, they have to be fed. You can't just say, oh, I love my body, so I'm just gonna let my body do whatever. Like, no, you have to actually feed your body. You have to move your body if you want it to be good. You have to feed it the right things. You have to find a way that works for your body. Because I personally, I used to be a junk eater, and I was a junk eater for the most part of this year until I decided, you know what, I have to lose weight. Like, I have to. So I started to, make more intentional decisions about what I put in my body, how I feed my body. I did not outrightly cut out anything, but I started to eat them in the right proportions. I started to eat them in the right proportions, and it worked for me. It worked for me because I lost a tiny amount of weight, and I hope to lose more in 2026. So one thing I've learned is, if you want your body to be something or to do something, you have to feed it the tools and the materials that it needs to be that thing. If you want to lose weight, maintain a healthy weight, whatever, for yourself, you have to feed your body a certain way. You have to treat your body a certain way. If you want your body to perform or do certain things, then you have to feed it what it needs to do those things. And it's the same thing with your mind. If you want to feed your mind, you have to do things. You have to read books, you have to educate yourself, you have to go out there, meet people, talk to people, expand your mind, experience other cultures, read about other cultures, read stories of other people. Just find ways to feed your mind. If you don't do that, you're never gonna get there. You're never gonna get your mind to be at that place that you want your mind to be. And it's the same thing with your self worth, right? Because it said your body, your mind, your worth. Yeah. It's the same thing with your worth. You can't just say, oh, my self esteem is good, my self worth is good, and that's it. No, you have to keep feeding your self worth. You have to say your affirmations. You have to keep doing things that will make you believe in yourself. You have to open yourself up to challenges so that when you conquer those challenges, you feel proud of yourself. Your self esteem increases. Your self worth becomes better. It's like you're polishing it, right? It's there already, but you have to make it better. You have to do things. You have to keep feeding into it so that it stays. So that is one thing that I learned about my body, my mind, and my self worth this year. 7. Was there a moment this year when you almost gave up on something important? What kept you going? I think one thing I almost gave up on this year was friendships. Like, I wanted to cut off all my friends and tell them, listen, I'm not doing it again. I wanted to give up on friendships really, but I decided to keep going because I sat down and realized that even the worst friend I've had, like the most horrible friend I've had, there were moments when I felt loved by them. There were moments when I can point to everybody, all my friends, and say these were moments when they were so nice and so sweet to me anymore, because I was so focused on, oh my goodness, at this particular point in our friendship, they showed me so much love. It's a thing where even though it got bad, it wasn't really that bad. I almost give up on friendships, but no, I didn't give up on. And thanks. I'm so glad that I didn't. By the way, I think I now approach friendship from a different POV. I'm no longer approaching friendship from. I used to be such a friendship obsessed person. I'm no longer as crazy about it. I'm no longer as, I won't say committed or devoted, because I'm still committed and devoted to the people I'm friends with. I'm no longer so invested in making new friends, but I do love the friends that I currently have. I love them so much. They mean the absolute world to me, and I'll do nearly everything for them. So, yeah. Question number 8. Who were you becoming in 2025, even on days it didn't look like progress? I was becoming the best version of myself, and even though it was slow. I felt like it was slow, but I definitely started to form and become someone that I want to be. And that person is, it's not really even about like what the person has, but just someone who is honest, someone who is beautiful, someone who moves her body, someone who loves herself, trusts herself, someone who is doing well in her career, who has something that she wakes up in the morning and chases, someone who speaks, regardless of whether or not my social media, whatever, is doing well. I wanted to be someone who comes out there and talk. Like, I want to talk. I want to say something. So I became that person. And it's really a good step. Like, and it's really a step forward, because I used to be someone who was extremely shy. I never wanted to be seen. Like, I wanted to own an anonymous YouTube, but I had to force myself. Like, you have to get out there. I also became someone who speaks well. I became someone who speaks well, someone who tries her best. I mean, it could be better because I want to eliminate words like from my dictionary. Like. I want to eliminate that. I'm probably going to take a course on public speaking or something next year because we have to eliminate filler words and we have to show up more confidently and just be all about that jazz, stuff like that. And I see myself doing all of that in 2026. But I'm grateful for the 2025 me because I pushed myself, I forced myself to post on YouTube. Even when my likes and my views were not really encouraging, I still tried my best, and I'm starting to be someone who perseveres, someone who is disciplined enough to chase the bag, chase the goal, chase whatever, even when I'm not getting the outside validation. And I'm really proud of myself for that. Now let's get to the ninth question. What version of you did 2025 introduce you to that you didn't know you were capable of being? 2025 introduced me to the version of myself that was really quiet. Like, I came outside and spoke a lot, especially on camera, but in my private life, I just became a very quiet person. I used to be the kind of person that, oh my god, I was in everybody's business. What's going on there? Why are you doing this? What I was planning everybody's lives, doing everybody's things for them. And this year, I met a version of myself that just wanted to be calm, just wanted to be chill, just wanted to stay in my you know, place and just be someone who is reeled into myself, who is focused on myself, my growth, my life, my journey. So yeah, 2025 introduced me to that version of myself, someone who minds her business and focuses on her life. And it's been working so well for me. I no longer bother myself with that. I have to tell certain people in my life, you have to stop bringing your drama to me. I am no longer entertaining those things. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be there. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Face front. It's just really, really nice. you know so I got introduced to that version of myself. Before, I wasn't even able to look away. It's like something will be happening there. I have to be there. I have to be doing something. I always felt responsible. Maybe it's a first daughter syndrome or whatever, but I felt like I just had to be there. I have to be at where it was happening. But now I am not like that anymore. I met a version of myself this year that minds a business, a version of herself that you will tell me, oh, this and this happened. And I'll be like, good for you. I don't try to correct, I don't try to pass judgment, I don't try to talk, I don't try to put smouts. It's not even because I think, oh, I don't want wahala, or I don't want trouble, or I don't want to talk too much. It's also a thing where I'm like, you're not perfect, so let people do whatever they want to do and you do whatever you want to do. So there's that. The 10th question. Oh my god, we did this. Okay, the 10th question is, if 2025 could speak back to you right now, what do you think it would thank you for surviving or choosing? I would say 2025 would thank me and thank me again for choosing to live, because I had a lot of thoughts this year. I had a lot of thoughts. So I think 2025 will thank me for choosing to be alive, or choosing to not just be alive, but to participate in life, to be involved myself in things like love, in romantic love, platonic love, in family love, in life, really, in working, in making money, in doing beautiful things, looking good, all of those things. I think 2025 will definitely thank me for that. That's it for 2025 wrap. Let's now ask ChatGPT to ask me some questions projecting into 2026. Like, how 2026 could be now. What do I want 2026 to look like for me? So let's get into it. The question I'm asking ChatGPT is, thank you for the previous one, because I always thank ChatGPT. Me, I have manners. Jare. So a proper Yoruba babe, period. I need 5 questions of the same tone projecting into 2026. See, ChatGPT loves me. I said thank you. He was like, you're welcome, Fola, with love emoji. Does your ChatGPT do that for you? Anyway, let's move on. There are 5 soulful questions for projecting into 2026. Let's get into it. What kind of woman do I want to be consistent as in 2026, even on ordinary quiet days? Oh my goodness. I want to be the kind of woman that does what she says she would do. kilo day. I want to be the kind of woman that does what she says she would. Like if I say I'm going to wake up by 12 a.m. to do something, I want to be up by 12 a.m. If I say I'm going to write all night, I want to be able to. If I say I'm going to get up and pray at this particular time, I want to do that. That is just what I want for my 2026. I want to be the kind of woman that says, that does what she says. Like even if what I'm saying is I want to be in bed latest by 10 p.m. I want to be in bed latest by 10 p.m. So that's the kind of woman that I want to be in 2026. Number two, what am I no longer willing to carry into 2026? Habits, beliefs, fears, or visions of myself that kept me small in previous years. Okay. Um I'm no longer willing to carry my lazy habits into 2026. This whole thing where I just want to be alone, just want to hide from the world. I don't want to be that in 2026. I want to be out there in 2026. I want to be out there. I want to put myself out there, online, offline, whatever. I want to put myself out there. I want to put my business out there. I want to put what I do out there. I want to be more outspoken, not just on camera. I want to be the kind of person who would walk into a room and say, "Hi, I do this, I do that." I did a bit of that in 2025, but I want to do more of it in 2026. So, what about beliefs and fears? I want to suddenly end. I deal with a little bit of a scarcity mindset, so I want to fix that in 2026, especially when it comes to money and opportunities. I want to deal with the scarcity mindset and the fears. Just the fear of being out there. Like I have a fear of being out there, too out there. A fear of being seen, being perceived, being known. Do you understand? Like people seeing me and knowing me and being all up in my business. So yeah, I think I have a fear of that and I'm going to deal with it in 2026. Let's get into question three. Question three says, in 2026, where do I want to show up for myself more? Love, discipline, boundaries, or rest? Definitely discipline and boundaries. I did a lot with boundaries this year, Sha, but mostly discipline. Mostly discipline. Love and rest. I've had enough rest this year, and I've loved myself enough this year. I love myself so much. That has been fixed. I love myself a lot. In fact, I love myself too much. Right, this year, or sorry, 2026 has to be all about discipline. I want to show up for myself in a more disciplined way. Just like I said, I want to say whatever I want to do, whatever I say. So yeah, discipline, definitely more of discipline. Of course the rest is going to be there. I'm going to rest, I'm going to love myself more, and I'm going to enforce my boundaries, but I'm going to be more focused on discipline, that's for sure. Okay, let's get to question four. What does a successful 2026 actually look like for me, beyond money, aesthetics, or social media validation? Beyond money, okay. I don't know how to make it beyond money because money is the cocoa. Oh, money, cocoa, cocoa, cocoa. Okay, I think a successful 2026 for me would be me doing all the things that I said I was going to do. So, yeah, I think that's going to be what is going to be, you know, beyond money, aesthetic. Definitely me going out of my way to do the things that I said I was going to do, working out, eating right, dressing properly, just being the version of myself that I want to be in 2026. That would be success for me. Beyond money and whatever, like I just want to do all the things that I said I was going to do. I already know what I want to do, right? I didn't know what I want to do. I didn't know what I want to say. I didn't know how I want to do what I want to do. I just need to actually do those things, and that is going. If I eventually am able to do all of those things, then it will be a fantastically successful 2026 for me. If I'm able to lock in the way that I want to lock in, then 2026 will be nothing but the best. Okay, let's get to the fifth question. What promise do I want to make to myself now that future me will be grateful I kept? The promise to do what I said I was gonna do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Even if it's something as little as me calling someone when I said, okay, listen, I'm gonna call you back. See that thing, a lot of people would have cut me off, but for the fact that I'm a very sweet girl, a lot of people would have cut me off because I would just say, oh well, listen, I'm gonna call you back. Am I gonna call back? Hell no. Why do I do that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honestly. I just need to be the kind of person that does what she says she's gonna do. That is the promise that 2026 me will be very happy if I kept. Do what you say you're gonna do. If you say you're gonna sleep by this time, go to bed by that time. If you say you're gonna write 20 pages today, write the damn 20 pages, you know, just do whatever you say that you said you're gonna do. After all, nobody made you say you're gonna do it. I don't want to be known as that flaky person because all my life I've not all my life, but a lot I've been a flaky person, you know, in the past years, and I no longer want to be that kind of person. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube video. Oh my goodness. I want to use this medium to thank everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel and has watched me consistently for the past months. I feel so happy and grateful that you are walking this journey with me, and sometimes I feel like it's a slow journey, but it's a journey nonetheless, and I hope to do better in 2026. Thank you very much for watching me over the month that I've been posting. Thank you very much for being here with me. Really, I think I started posting actively on YouTube in December 2024. Yeah, so it's a year now, and I'm so grateful to you all for sticking with me, and I hope and pray that 2026 is going to be a better year for this channel, for me, and for you, of course. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, and thank you again. If you have not subscribed already, please go and subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, and let me know what you think. Also, let me know how 2025 was for you. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Let me know. Thank you very much for watching again. I cannot thank you enough, but I'm going to thank you again. So thank you. Thank you. Bye.